to NEPA Story. I'm your host, Kylie Montigney. Today's guest on NEPA Story is Heather Northrop. Heather is the owner of a Behold a New Thing in Plymouth, PA. Having moved to Plymouth from Florida in late 2021, Heather and her husband got to get to know their new community, asked everyone, what does Plymouth need? And their questioning, they repeatedly heard, we need something to do. Heather also noticed the vast array of cultures and backgrounds currently living in Plymouth and learned that it is historically been an ethnically diverse community. And Behold a New Thing was born in August of 2022 in order to embrace the abundance of talent and culture in the area, as well as providing local communities with new and exciting activities to participate in. The shop is a collective and handcraft items by Pennsylvania artists, and artists teach art class as well. Many of the classes and projects involve bringing the community together with a common goal. Behold a New Thing is currently home to over 25 different artists throughout Pennsylvania and showcases their work of stained and fused glass, epoxy, collage, watercolor, and acrylic paint, paper crafts, jewelry, spray paint art, coffee, and tea production, photography, resin work, fiber arts, candle and soap making, wire art, and woodcraft. So they basically do everything, which is awesome. The shop is located at 25 East Main Street in Plymouth in a former bank building, which has graced Main Street since the early 19th century. In addition to the shop and classroom areas, Behold a New Thing has an area with tables and comfy chairs where people are welcome to sit, read, draw, or just relax. So, games and puzzles are also available for free use when you go visit. But welcome to the show, Heather. I really appreciate you coming on and taking the time to chat with us today.
Thanks. Glad to be here.
So, of course, with this amazing business that you created in 2022, like what made you want to create Behold a New Thing?
Well, as you mentioned, when we first moved to Plymouth, we spent about 6 months or so just talking to our neighbors, everyone in the community, basically, who would talk to us, and ask them what they thought of Plymouth and what they thought it needed. And as I said, everyone, or what we heard often was, we need something to do.
Yeah.
And we heard about the different cultures that were present here. Some people had lived here their entire life and were from coal mining families who were originally in Plymouth. And some had just moved here recently from other parts of this country or even other countries. And so that said to me that they all had different backgrounds and a lot to give. And so I opened the shop with the idea of offering classes, giving people a chance to learn something new and be involved, and also giving artists an opportunity to share their talents with other people and to learn from each other.
Ooh, I love it. And I know with tons of people, including me, I always say, well, we need more things in this area, especially. I'm the type of person that always says, this place is boring. And like, why don't we just go visit somewhere else, you know? And
Yep.
it's great that you literally ask those questions because this area needs more things to do, especially for kids. We really need to keep kids busy, especially
Yep.
during the pandemic. We were trying to figure out creative ideas to making our community busy, but also safe so people will get sick, especially older people in nursing homes and everything. We want to make sure they're safe, but also continue to live our life because COVID really put a stop to that. And it's great that you literally ask those questions because since our community is starting to get out the pandemic, we are trying to figure out what life is and how we make fun in our lives and make sure we can keep busy, but also
Yep.
make it a safe space for us to relax when we're just getting off of work or something. We want to make sure we
Yep.
just have a fun time.
Yep. Absolutely.
Like, what type of art does Behold a New Thing make? Like, do you guys make a variety of different things, or do you guys make kind of like the same, let's just say, products?
No, we have many artists and they all do something different. And I work pretty hard to make sure that we don't have too many of the same kind of artists. And so when you come in the shop, you see paintings, photography, glasswork, jewelry, woodwork, fiber arts, and then our classes reflect that. So, like currently on our class schedule, we have some painting classes, we have stained glass, um, we have a mural painting opportunity that is a follow-up from our mural art class or camp that we did this summer. And we created a mural here in Plymouth at the Bead Street Park. And later this month, we'll have an opportunity for the community to come out and help finish that up.
Ooh, like, and you guys showcased over 25 different artists throughout Pennsylvania. Like, how do you guys pick these artists? Like, do they reach out to you or do you reach out to them? Because with over 25 artists, like, that's awesome, especially in Pennsylvania. Like, there's so many talented artists.
Yeah, it's a combination of both. I reach out to people when I hear about them. We also have a lot of word of mouth. When we have an artist, they usually know other artists and
Yeah.
they word. And then through television and newspaper articles and things like that, people will see us and contact us and ask about having their art here.
Like that's the best part about living and being a part of the social media world is that like no matter if you are on social media or not, you will always get through word of mouth. And it's like this area, Scranton Wilkes-Barre area, there's so many artists that no matter if you have someone making artwork for you or not, there's always other people that are like, oh, I think my friend is interested in doing the same thing. She does the same thing as me. Why not reach out to you?
Absolutely.
It's
Yeah.
like with you having over 25 artists that are like being spotlighted, that's really amazing to see. You guys started 2 years ago and already have 25 artists. Like, yeah,
Yeah.
you see, everyone's been talking about it. Talk to people all the time about this business, and they seem to love it.
We are really excited with how it's grown. We're about to have our 2-year anniversary next week. We opened during the Kilbasi Festival
Mm.
um, in 2022, and that's happening this weekend here in Plymouth.
Ooh,
So,
congratulations.
so we're about to have our 2-year anniversary, and it has really grown. Our classes are very popular, and we have a number of people who just enjoy being in the shop, hanging out, reading, drawing, just being a part of what we have here. There aren't a lot of places in Plymouth where you can hang out, have a cup of coffee, talk with your friends, do homework, things like that. And so we've tried to provide that for people as well.
Ooh, like, as we bring up classes, like, how often do you guys have classes at your studio?
They're at least once a week, and often we're offering 3 classes a week. So it's a pretty busy schedule. It just depends on what the class is. Usually weekends is most of them. But like Thursday evenings, we have a free Zentangle class that meets from 6 to 7. Zentangle is sort of a elevated form of doodling. If you're not familiar with it, it's very relaxing, helps with anxiety and stress and things like that. And so that's a free time for people to just come and Zentangle with others and just kind of relax and de-stress from the week. And that happens every week on
Ooh,
Thursdays.
interesting. I have to check that out because I actually never heard of that.
Oh,
So
it's fun.
I learned something new, and that's something I have to look up after this. And as it takes a bunch of projects to take forever, like how long does it take you typically to take on your new projects? Like how long does it take for you to create the projects?
The classes generally run from 2 hours to 5 hours. Usually our 5 hour classes are split up over 2 days. Um, it just depends on what they're doing. The stained glass classes sometimes take a little bit longer, but we try to make it doable for people because we know that it's hard to book multiple days and multiple times, and so we try to set it up so that it'll accommodate people's schedules.
Like 5 hours I can take to make a project? Oh my gosh, I can't. I can't let alone sit out for 2 hours, let alone 5 hours making a project.
Well, we'll break it up for you so you don't have to sit for 5 hours straight.
Whew, thankfully, that is non-existent. So if I was at your studio, I had to sit there for 5 hours, I'd be like, yeah, this is gonna be the longest 5 hours of my life, but it's gonna be very fun. So that's the best part of it. Like, how do you guys like find inspiration with your new environment in Plymouth? I know you guys talked about it, like with being from the area, and guys talking with people, but how do you guys find inspiration?
A lot of it comes just from the community. The mural that was just done at Beat Street Park, its theme is kids and play. And we want people to use that park and play. And so it features children doing different activities. And and it actually features a dog that was prevalent in our community. He passed away in the last year, but we wanted to memorialize him because people called him the mayor of the town, and people knew Larry and appreciated him. He was here in the shop a lot. He belonged to my manager, and there's a section of the mural that pictures a child cuddling with a dog. And so Larry is there now. So we take inspiration from the community. I also take inspiration from our name, Behold a New Thing. I personally do a lot of art that is recreated. So it's things that are recycled or reused, repurposed. So a lot of my art is like that. And we have a couple other artists who find inspiration in that as well.
Like with that memorial for that dog, I just can't. Like I have to just look that up now because that seems so amazing. Like to have a memorial for a dog that was such an impact, especially in Plymouth. I'm just like, oh my gosh, this dog has to be so memorable to so many people if he has, his own thing, because dogs or animals themselves can be amazing, but to have an impact in a city or a town specifically is like better than most things per se.
Yes, both Larry and Hammer was my service dog, and we used to hold evenings here where firefighters and police were invited to come and just spend time with the dogs and de-stress from the service that they do in our community. And so both dogs were very active in that. Unfortunately, both of them passed away in the last year. So we're dogless right now, but hopefully we will have dogs again here, and we will be able to use them in the community. Everything we do, whether it's our art, collections, donation drives, the dogs, whatever, we like to partner with the community and give back to them.
Absolutely. So how do you guys usually come up with unique and creative compositions for your artwork? Like I know you kind of brought this up a little bit before, but how do you guys kind of come up with ideas for your artwork?
A lot of times it really is our customers saying, I wish you would do a class for this, or it would be great if we could do this. So they give us ideas a lot, or we just stumble upon ideas. Our artists are incredibly creative, and so I will often get texts and emails and calls saying, I had this idea to do this class or offer this workshop, and we just kind of go with it then.
It's great that you guys take suggestions from other people in the community because, like, when you really only focus on your opinions and your ideas, you really don't know what the community wants that is coming into your
Right.
business. Like, if you don't like listen to other people that are coming to your business or looking for suggestions, your business might not be as popular as some other businesses are, not probably getting some intakes.
Yeah, there's no point in offering things that people aren't interested in. So
Exactly,
um,
right? At least if I was to say if like a business I absolutely love wasn't taking intakes, that's something that a lot of people are really interested in. I'm like, what's the point of going?
yep,
Like just now interested. And of course, people have different opinions. Some people might be interested, some people might not. But
yep,
really, to get some people's opinions is what makes like a business or community or anything successful.
absolutely. Yep.
And to wrap this episode up, like how can people connect with you in your business?
Um, Facebook is the easiest way. Our Facebook page is Behold a New Thing Plymouth. And on that page, we offer all of our classes. We advertise them there. I put out a copy of the class calendar there whenever it comes out. I highlight new artists when we have sales, interesting things that are happening in the community, just all sorts of stuff that we're involved in. You can also call us. Our number and address and everything is on the Facebook site. We do have a website, but Facebook is more up to date. And you're always welcome to visit us. We're open Wednesdays through Saturdays. We open at noon, and then we're open in the evenings on Thursday through Saturday.
Awesome. So I'll put all that information, everything below for you, everyone to check out.
Okay.
And I really appreciate you, Heather, for joining us. I definitely have to stop by your business in the next couple of weeks or months before school starts because I definitely would love to check out everything. And I really appreciate you coming on and talk with us about your amazing business. It definitely is something that a lot of people would love to do if they're artistic or just looking for something to do on the weekends or just something to do in general with their kids. It really is giving us a space where people can just relax and have a really fun time. Whether it's like they get home from work, because I know work can be very stressful for a lot of people. So really can be kind of a stress releaser for tons of people. So I really thank you for all of that and everything that you're doing.
Absolutely. Thanks for having us, Kylie.
Absolutely. So thank you everyone for listening. I hope everyone enjoys their rest of their day. Make sure you like, subscribe, and review, and I'll talk to you guys very soon. And